Hello everybody, welcome back to Order Battle Burma Road. Paradox game of playing Rangoon Falls. It's in Rangoon, March 1942. As the Japanese close in on Rangoon to sever the starting point of the Burma Road, Allied forces scramble to evacuate and destroy any material they are being forced to leave behind. Capital of Burma, Rangoon. It will eventually fall, of course. Let's check the briefing. Our forces have finally made it to Rangoon, but the situation here is equally desperate. The city has suffered repeated bombing attacks, and with the Japanese army now dangerously close, an evacuation has already been ordered. An enemy scouting force has nearly reached the suburbs of Rangoon. They are only opposed by a thin rear guard, but have to be defeated before we can fall back to the north. Here, we must reach the evacuation routes and retreat from the area. Skirmishes with enemy troops are to be expected along the road. Japanese bombers are also present in large numbers, but luckily the American Flying Tigers are providing the much needed air support. The capture of Rangoon will give the Japanese access to its ports facilities as well as a lot of equipment abandoned during the evacuation. If there is time to destroy these assets, we should still make sure the enemy does not get their hands on it. Wow, so that's a lot of stuff here. Evacuate 5 ground units. No special award. We need to evacuate 5 guys up here. Halt the Japanese scout force. Blunt the Japanese advance force approaching Rangoon by destroying at least 9 of their units, and we actually get their locations here. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 units, and I need to destroy 9 of those 11 units. Let me just take a look at that. Couldn't I cut them off? I mean, they've got supplies through Kalawe, and then a thin line up here to the main area. I guess these guys could be cut off. Secondary objectives: destroy 1 piece of equipment. If I do that, the destruction of equipment that had to be abandoned in Rangoon will allow us to muster some additional resources. So as soon as I kill or destroy one of the assets, I will get some extra points. That's probably a good idea to get that early. Destroy 5 pieces of equipment, plus 1 specialization point. And if we destroy 12, an elite Flying Tigers fighter unit is added to your force for completing this bonus objective. Alright, so we'll try to destroy all 12 and halt the Japanese scouting force. Did the music disappear already? It's kind of random when the music disappears. Sometimes it's there for the whole scenario. Sometimes it disappears very quickly. Let's see, where can I set up? Down here. So I start in this corner of the map, and I have to exit up in the other corner. That's interesting. Alright, so I set up down here, and I want to cut off the Japanese advance force, so I will need the tank up here somewhere. My Crusader, get it back to full strength, and put it here. We should also have ground units coming up this way. The Gurkhas will be good for that. Put them there. SAS units we can put there. So these guys are heading up this way, and then we need some guys to come and hold this line here. I think the Humber might be a good one to destroy the assets. So if I place that here, it will be quick to enter Rangoon through the road here. Alright, then we have the British infantry. which I will set up here and here. We also have heavies. I should probably give them some kind of conveyance. Let's see, I still got 26 command points, so that should definitely be possible. Do you want to go with the universal carrier? It's only 10 points. It does make them more effective. Or at least they can defend themselves easily. No, that's... I'll go for the truck. And put them on the road. So, we still got more Gurkhas. There. 2-pounder there. And the engineers there. And then we got the artillery. I've got 14 points left, so if I put down the artillery here and here, that leaves me with 6. Upgrading this one will cost 96. That's probably not going to work. It's too expensive. So let's put it here. And that leaves me with 3 points, so I can buy something extra. I don't need more artillery. I have an anti-tank. The tanks are too expensive, and I can't. I don't have enough command points either. There's an anti-air bow force I can buy, but I do have a lot of fighters. So I think we're gonna go with just an infantry unit. In this case, I think British infantry. A fresh unit which will be deployed. I don't know. Here. And that leaves us with the air units. Let's see, they can come all the way up front here. So this one will go there. This one here. Get this back to full. Put it there. This one will be expensive. 84. Ooh, that's a lot. I wonder how many stars. It's 5 stars. I'll probably lose 1 star at least if I do this. Maybe even 2. But I will save 54 points. Let's do that. Let's see. Okay, he lost 1.5 star. I guess I can live with that. And then we have the bomber. That here. That leaves me with another 2 command points, so I should probably get one of those recon planes. It's only 20 points. And then I have spent all my command points. I got 60 points left to do stuff with. So I guess I have 2 fighters here as well. These are Warhawks P40. Alright, let's do this. So we start. Let's start with the scout and see what we have up here. Alright, we got enemy aircraft, 3 over here on the radar and 2 over here. Sadly I don't know what it is. We can spend our Warhawks to find out. T4M1 Hamaki. Start working on those guys. Let's see what we have here. We have infantry 42, tension Dan 42, infantry 42, type 94, type 95, Sumida, type 98, and they got artillery here. The type 1 Ho Ni is artillery plus another 2 infantry over here. That's quite a strong force. So we got plenty of fighters around. Let's see if we can get rid of that bomber completely. Or should we start working on the other one? You get more bang for the buck. Alright, so they're both down to 3, which will make them pretty ineffective. Let's get this one all the way over here. We could also use the bomber for bombing those assets. We don't know how many fighters they got coming in here, so I should probably be cautious. And just bomb over here, so let's see. British truck, fuel depot, train, cargo truck, and so forth. So these are the assets I need to take out. The quicker I do it, the sooner I get those extra requisition points. Right. So, as for the units over here... Right, there's nobody in Callaway. So let's take that. And then we need some units over here. Let's get the heavies all the way up there. And the infantry. AT gun. Where will this one go? This way or that way? Let's put it up here. Get the artillery closer to the action. You get this one over here. Alright, that was my turn 1. Let's see what the Japanese are up to. So far, just some thinking. Usually the aircraft moves first. So let's see what they bring to the table. Come on, why is it so slow? That's kind of weird. Oh, here we go. That's another bomber. And this one should be very ineffective, causing 0 damage. The other one returns. There's still 2 more on the radar. That looks like a fighter. And the other 2 doesn't move. So here comes the advanced force. Oh, they're coming over to my side. Hello there. Ouch. 3 damage. I'm gonna cut that guy off. I'm gonna cut both of them off, actually. Unless they bring even more guys up. Nope, these guys are heading west towards Rangoon. So does these guys. Okay, so they're kind of splitting up, with the most of them heading west and some of them coming to me. That looks like a fighter too. 2 of those. So what do I do? Do I go for the bombers or do I go for the fighters? I kind of like going for the fighters first. These are just Kai-10s. These are very easy to take out. So I think I'm going to do that. Just using these Warhawks for the purpose. Taking the first hits. These are not core forces, so I should spend them first, and then my own planes can come in and finish the job. Like that. Both fighters are down, only damage to my auxiliary forces, and then I'll head down and take out the bombers next turn. Let's get this guy further north. Let's see what's going on up here. The Type 97 there, that's a pretty nasty one. This is the bomber that left before. So let's get those extra requisition points. That was 100 points right there. Next up is destroy 5. That will give me the specialization point. Let's keep the bomber busy here, because there's a lot of assets that needs to be destroyed. Now over here, can I cut these guys off? Yes. And let's hail them with some artillery. I would like to hit these guys as well, though. Bring the guys up here and the artillery in behind. The AT gun? I don't know. Just bring it on the road here. Engineers. So, these guys will be out of supply next turn. That will make it easier to give them losses, but let's see if we can't do something here. Something like this. It's gone. Alright, so we can move this one up here just to shield the artillery, and then replenish this guy. I think that's the way to do it. What else do I have? Oh yeah, the SAS. Let's get them, just get them over here. These guys will not do anything. So Japanese turn 2 it is. Now the bomber will make a hit. And cause 1 damage. The other bomber will also try on the tank, causing no damage at all. This fighter might be going, yeah, it's going for my scout. And the 3rd bomber is returning. Alright, so the Japanese advanced force are getting the artillery in position. Ouch. I should probably try and bomb that. Armored car advancing. And they're crossing the bridge. It's a kind of a suicide attack. If I go away from the bridge, maybe they will cross it again, and I can cut off some more units. These guys are preoccupied taking out the Burmese defensive line here. Oh, that one is about to cross the river though. Not happy about that either. And we got advanced units coming through Chingyangkyun. Okay. That's a serious threat though. As they'll be coming in behind me. guy back here. We got the engineers back up here, and the AT gun up there. And then this guy can't really do anything. He can go over here though. Let's send him over here. Maybe dig in over there. Let's continue to destroy assets. Alright, over here. Hit that guy. I think he's gone. Yeah, and then just replenish this one. And then bring these guys up to the bridge. Hit them. And then we can take this town here. And destroy these guys in the process. Okay, so I'm now threatening, seriously threatening their back here. They have this Type 97, which is a heavy tank. So that is dangerous. And then there's the artillery. The rest of them are down here, I suppose. 3 out of 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I think if they got a couple more units, maybe in the woods here. Now the fighters, what are they gonna do? Are they gonna hit this artillery? No, I think we're gonna concentrate on the enemy units. Perhaps the fighter first. Again, spend the auxiliary units first. And let's hit the one on 10 strength. Like that. I got lots of firepower in the air, and their bombers are down to 2, 3, and 3, and they have no fighters to protect them. So I might actually take them all out next turn, unless they run away, of course. And that's it for my turn. So let's see Japanese turn 3, how that goes. Oh, the bunkers take some shots first. And now the Japanese. I've also weakened the advance force, except for this tank up here, which will probably destroy the pillbox. Or the MG Foxhole, whatever it is. In this turn. There's a lot of calculation, meaning there's a lot of Japanese units around. I just don't see a lot of them. Once the calculations are done, I think the Japanese heavy tank is probably gonna hit my tank up in the town. At least he should try to block the way, because otherwise the tank can go around and surround all of these guys in one swoop. So the Japanese need to be really careful about that. First bomber is returning. Second one does an attack on my artillery, causing no damage. And the last one also does an attack. Also causing no damage. These guys are dangerous though. And they keep coming, it seems. But they look kind of vulnerable too if I can cut them off up here. The artillery causes 2 damage. And they did have one in the woods. I thought so. And they're crossing the river over here. The MG Foxhole is gonna get taken out, yes. And here's the enemy tank. I'm holding up pretty well against it though. They're probably trying to hit my AT gun then. Oh, they're going for the fortress. They're still holding out. And there's a new aircraft coming over there on the radar. I don't know what that is. The Japanese are also advancing in the north. They've taken Paukorn and Chetigor. So they've got several axes of attacks. I'm only handling one of those axes right now. It's kind of interesting. Alright, I think it's time to put in a break. Thank you guys for watching. I'll see you next time. Bye bye.